Hello my dear friends, it's Yuri Tsvetkov, and today I want to make the video about the golf performance and the golf statistics of the Jason Kokrak. Jason have won the tournament last week, the Charles Schwab Challenge, and he have did it on last day with with a quite a good quality of the game. He was not so successful during the previous 3 days in scoring exactly, but at least he have played in the par. But his major competitor in this day, Jordan Spieth, had +3, and this connection, those disadvantage which Jason had against Jordan Spieth after 3 days in 2 shots, he have compensated, and we can see that it was not the game on the mistakes of the Jordan Spieth. It was mostly winning on the little bit better performance in the case of the birdies which were made by the Jason Kokrak. So he had, in the last day, he had 5 birdies and 5 bogeys. But Jordan Spieth had 5 bogeys and just 2 birdies. And this connection disadvantage were coming mostly from the better component of the game for Jason Kokrak. But what is much more important for me is those fact that Jason is the best relative advantage performer this season, because we can see that currently he is on the 4th position in the official money which were made during this season, and he's on the 5th position in the FedEx Cup regular season points. And we need to say that he had just 2 winnings in his career in the PGA Tour, but all those 2 winnings were made during the last season, during the current season. And in this connection, he's just one from 3 golfers who have 2 winnings this season. We will try to find the the strong components of his game, and in this connection we will try to calculate and to have the opinion about to make opinion about his performance and his golf skills. First of all, we need to say that he's quite good in the of the tee. Stroke gain from the tee on the 21st position. It's a good result, certainly. His driving distance also the 21st position, and driving accuracy percentage is 62%, what is not so perfect, and it's just the 71st position. In approaching the green, he is not so good. He is just on the 58th position, more close to the average results, but he still have some advantage. He is receiving some disadvantage in the game around the green, and I need to say that currently the game around the green is not so strong components of the most golfers who are in the first 10 best golfers in this season. This component of the game, this scrambling, is not so highly important. It looks like it's not so highly important, but by the fact, in many cases, the Jason Kokrak winning, at least his first winning, were relative with the rounds which were one of them at least, which were played with -8 and better. And during these rounds, the scrambling becoming much more higher than his average results, and his game around the green is highly influenced for his total performance and for his results this season. So the average figures are not so attractive, not so good as average golfer in the tour, but the performance in the best days when he have had winnings were much more better than we can see here. So the putting is exactly the component of the game where he is rising his advantage, and we can see that he is in the 6th position in the putting, and that is highly important for him and the highly important component of his game. and his results. We can see that before him in these components of the game are Louis Oosthuizen, Brendan Todd, Patrick Reed, Zach Johnson, and Christian Busenhout. Some of them are not so good, and all of them are not so good as Jason Kokrak in this season, but we need to say that they are not receiving so serious advantage from this component of the game as Jason did and Jason doing, because they are, the other components of their game are not so highly useful and highly successful. The Patrick Reed may be execution, but from the other side, this season Patrick Reed have not so excellent results as it was maybe some years ago. And it is also interesting that we have here the Alexander Schaufeller, but Alexander was excellent in the beginning of this season, but currently he's not playing so perfectly as he did in the beginning. And this connection, it was expected that in the beginning of the season, it was expected that Alexander will have excellent performance this season, and he will be higher than his usual sixth position in the money list, but currently we see that his previous results are not well enough to be on the first positions in this season. So again, we will try to take a look one measurement to our more excellent measurement of the putting, which is much more combined than just the strokes gained from putting. I'm talking about the total putting. And we can see that Jason Kokrak is on the second position in this component of the game. And now, just a second. Yes, it's working. And now we will find how strong is his difference and how strong is his advantage against the other golfers, his major competitors. And again, we can see that the Brendan Todd, Jason Kokrak, Louis Oosthuizen, Patrick Reed, Jan Poulter are in the best putters this season. But again, the Jason Kokrak is on excellent positions in the top 10 golfers. So the putting is exactly important component of this game, and this connection is reasonable to that this video making not only for understanding of the performance of the best golfers in the PGA Tour. I'm making it for the for improvement of our golfing skills. We can take a look for the Jason Kokrak golf swing. When I'm trying to make analysis of the golf swing, I'm usually starting from the impact position. The impact position is talking us much more better about a golf swing than any other pictures or any other positions in those dead golfers' golf swing. We can see that the hips of the Jason are not so highly opened at the impact. We have more golfers who have much more opened hips position at the impact, but he have certainly the lack impact. Even in this picture, we can see that he have a lack impact, but not a flip impact. And this connection, you see that his right shoulder is much more lower than his left one, and his right hand is bent and broken in different position in joints, as in wrist, such as an elbow. And in this connection, we see that he is very strong and very that big man, and in this case maybe he's not so he's not so highly flexible as maybe other golfers, other competitors, his competitors, but he is amazingly efficient in his golf swing. So now it's very slow motion, and we will try to find the different position, and it will give us the more information about his golf swing. So this position when the club shaft is close to parallel to the ground. We can see that it's very wide takeaway, and both his hands are still straight in this position. Next position, the third one, is when his left arm is parallel to the ground, and we can see that his club head is looking not upward, but with the approximately 30% degree to the left of him. It is giving him behind him, and it's given him an excellent chance to have a perfect impact, exactly into out. And now we can see that he is making good transition, and he's need not so serious shallowing of his club head and club shaft. And in my opinion, it's highly useful position, because you see that his left arm is very close to his body, to his chest. And in this connection, you see that he's staying his hands when his hips are making the move, and in this, so he have a very good sequencing. Yes, and he have an excellent luck. He's saving the luck so seriously during the all downswing. And again, in position when the club shaft is parallel to the ground, we can see that club head is coming from behind his body to the ball, and this is amazingly perfect and amazingly useful position, which is giving him so huge advantage from the tee shots. So this is impact and late extension, and both hands are becoming straight just when the club shaft is parallel to the ground. And again, it's the very good reason for his efficiency of his golf swing. And we can see that he's very flexible, much more flexible than we can expect from such a big man. So this is his golf swing video, but we are coming back to his performance. So we are finding that Jason, the most strong component of his game is putting, and some more figures about the putting. Just a second. Okay. So we can find that he is not so, that it's quite usual figures from the 3 and 4 feet, but putting from 5, from 6, from 7, from 8, and from 9. Exactly from 9, he is on the second position from this distance, with 70% from 9 feet is amazingly perfect result. And we can see that his putting from 10 feet is 53%, approximately 53%. And we need to say that most of his competitors, the average results from the 8 feet is 50%, but we see that from the distance 10 feet, Jason have 53%, so certainly it's his very good advantage. In the putting more than 25 feet, he is not so good, but number of attempts from this distance quite a series. But from the other side, he have very good first putt proximity. In this connection, you see that he is receiving advantage also from the first putt proximity. So those are the figures, and those are that analytical information, which is highly interesting in my opinion. First of all, if you are going to improve your putting skills, maybe it will be highly important, highly useful for you to to compete with the Jason Kokrak when you're training your putting. Let's say that I have made this spreadsheet, just a second, which I have put on my Facebook page, and I have the video here in YouTube with this information also, and you can find, yes, this way, this one. So here you can receive the shot by shot exactly putting performance of the Jason Kokrak on the last event, and in this connection you see that you can compete with him playing from the same distances. Playing from the same distances for each shot, and to compare your scoring against his scoring. And let's say that if you will have, that this way you will compete with the second best putter in the PGA Tour. So, excuse me for such a long video, but I really hope that this performance analysis will help you so seriously. It's helping to me, and exactly in the putting, exactly in the different in other components of the game, in the approaching and so on. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope to see you on my channel, and I will try to make the putting performance spreadsheets after each event for each winner of the tournaments, to make our putting training much more motivated, much more interesting, and much more comparative, for better improve our golf skills, because you see that improvement of our golf swings not always making us better performers, better scoring in the golf, because you see that at first we need to spend a lot of time for our swing training, and most of us have not such an opportunity. Secondly, we have a swings which we have built during the long period of time, and this connection to change the golf swings, it's a very hard job, and you know that all of us are risking by those fact that we can, the changes will not always work so perfectly for us. And the third component that 84% of us, the amateur golfers, are playing with the flip impact, but not lag impact. And to build the lag impact will stay the highly different task for most of us. And this connection, we need to understand that most of us will need to play with a flip impact, and the flip impact is given our approaching, that is given a lot of disadvantages for us. And this connection, we can't expect that we will have the same proximity as the professional golfers in this component of the game, but we can seriously play very close to them in such components as the scrambling, the game around the green, and plus that in the putting. Because you see that in putting, statistics and much more seriously influencing for our results, and our practices much more seriously influencing for our results. But we need not so huge skills to make our putting better and better. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope to see you on my channel, and I wish you the good golf, good game, all over the golf. Thank you very much. Bye bye.